Live as if you die tomorrow, and learn as if you've learned and live forever. Welcome to the Umbrella Show with me, Dalila Hamza. And this is the Umbrella. The Umbrella Show talks about matters that revolve around our society. We normally know that there are lots of graduates who actually finish school and they have no place to go. So you're welcome to share your concern and your views as we'll be talking about the topic is bridging the gap of unemployment. We have a special guest all the way from Frontier Community Organization. We'll be joined by the CEO of Frontier, who's Ali Musa, and we also have Robert Kagera, who is the program coordinator. Joining us is the alumni of Frontier. It's going to be a spectacular moment for you and for me. We're going to discuss these issues together because you know what? You're part and parcel of this team. On my end there we have Ali Musa, who's the CEO of Frontier. We have Khadija, who's also the alumni of Frontier. And we also have Robert, who's the program coordinator, who makes sure that everything is all. Thank you for coming in the studio. You guys look amazing.
Thank you.
If we start off, you can also send your comments or questions to Al Shifa Online TV in all our social media site, or you can also call through right in with 0753 444 999. Guys,
Yes.
this is the Umbrella Show. Now you're here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the journey of Frontier, the way it started, just briefly. If we start with the CEO, who's Ali Musa there.
First of all, I would like to give my gratitude to this institution for having us. My name, as Dalila introduced me as wonderfully and as awesomely as she did. My name is Ali Musa Mohammed, and I sit at the Frontier Community Organization as their CEO. So the journey, it started early 2019. You know, we were together with Mr. Kigira and the chairman, who is elsewhere in other commitments. Then we decided to do to give our part as people who are responsible and people who are socially responsible, to give our part to the community, in matters helping the youths who we find that they are vulnerable, maybe because they're unemployed, or maybe the society is disengaging them. So we said, what can we do to this youth in particular? So, and we did a research before we embarked on opening the institution. We did a research, and then we found out that the youth in Mombasa, and particularly in Kisauni, are badly hit with issues to do with unemployment, issues to do with crime rate, issues to do with them getting involved in criminal groupings, and so on and so forth. Then we crafted this idea of Frontier Community Organization to engage them, to offer them a center which could be a refuge. And what basically we are doing to them is we are imparting skills to them. You see, imparting skills to them so that they can get this hands-on experience, and when they go out there, they can fend for themselves by using those skills and their talents to generate socio-economic gains for themselves.
That's quite an amazing approach there. Let's go to our program coordinator. How long have you been working in this journey of forming the Frontier Community Organization?
Okay, we just started together this year, said early last 2019 March. We have been working together, and we complement each other on our responsibilities at the workplace by ensuring that the program is on course, studies are going on well, and should there be any changes, we engage one another. Yeah, that is the journey we have been undertaking together. Yeah.
Let's talk about its formulation. We have your alumni here who's part of Frontier. Perhaps if you tell our viewer there, how was your experience in Frontier?
The experience was good and educating. It's really something nice to do with guys. It's really a good thing to do.
Ali,
No.
if you tell us the courses that you undertake, what do you actually do?
What we do essentially is soft skills and practical skills. So soft skills, it entails matters to do with because the youth are at the center and primary victims of drugs and substance abuse, HIV and AIDS. So we do advocacy programs and campaigns to create awareness in matters to do with dangers of using drugs and substance abuse, and also issues to do with HIV and AIDS, because we all know that youth are at the age of exploring. You know, they want to do illicit behaviors. So we impart in them the knowledge of of engaging in illicit behaviors, in short. So HIV and AIDS, drug and substance abuse, and mentorship. We also give them issues to do with entrepreneurship, how to craft a business plan, because they shouldn't be putting in their mind that they'll finish their studies, or after school they get employed. They can as well employ themselves. So we have to inculcate in their minds that there's need for them to know how business can be started, how business can be managed, how to manage their financial statements and stuff. So Mr. Kigira comes in handy because he's from business specialty. So those are the soft skills we do, and many others. And then the practical skills it entails giving them hands-on experience. We take them through like 3 to 4 weeks program where they get hands-on experience in matters saloon. There's a course called cosmetology. Then there's metalwork and garage work. Then there is automotive electricals. Then there is now we are also introducing issues to do with carpentry. Just 2 blocks from our office, there's a very big institution which deals with furniture. Furniture manufacturing.
I've seen the part of welding,
Yeah.
especially when the lady was actually learning it. That was quite amazing. Could you tell us a bit about the teachers? Do you hire them, like you pay them, or they do it voluntarily?
Now that's a very good question you're asking. You know, what we are doing is we have a serious passion to help the community. So that is the primary motivator that keeps us going, because funding issues to do with funding is not very promising. The sources of funding, they're not very promising. So whenever somebody comes in who has a specialty or has a background in something that we see is of use, we give him or her a heads up that this is a voluntary process we are doing to help these youth. So back in their mind, before they join us, that is, they have it already set in their mind that this is a voluntary process. So they do it out of goodwill, expecting that maybe God has a way to repay them. Yeah, that I think.
Yeah. If you're tuned in, this is the Umbrella Show with me, Dalila Hamza. Remember, the topic being, how can we bridge the gap of unemployment? Send your comments and send your questions, and how we could be able to work hand in hand to make sure that the citizens and the graduates are able to have work. Let's go to our director here, the coordinator of the programs.
Yes.
Which kind of strategy, perhaps, do you use to formulate all your programs?
The strategies that we use to formulate the program are basically based on the needs within the society. For example, youths are so much engaged, some of them are engaged in drugs. So we introduce a unit on drugs and substance abuse. And so is HIV, AIDS. And again, we look at the students themselves. Some of them, once they graduate, there are those that will use their skills and work, but there are others who want to go a step further, probably start their own businesses. So we also introduce entrepreneurship studies and how to come up with a business plan. We also have a psychosocial support session where we engage them on the various challenges they are facing in the society, and we give them solutions. So the entire program is normally based on the needs of the youths and how we can assist them. Now, looking in, we are seeing that people who are skilled, there are so many opportunities, because now if you look at the job market is oversaturated. So we give them skills in the areas of cosmetology, decorations, and now what else? Decoration, cosmetology.
I've seen a bit of welding there.
Yeah, metalwork now, metalwork. So those are the skills that we give them. And now some, there are also partners who want to assist, like now the ones who furniture. They say they want a few students from our institution. So it becomes an advantage also to them, because the courses are entailed on their needs. Yeah.
They say, viewer, if you want to feed a man for a day, give them fish for a day. But if you want to make them feed on fish forever, you need to teach them how to fish. We've seen a lot of graduates, as immediately after tertiary education or university, they're like, there's no jobs out there. We don't know what to do, or perhaps you need to have a godfather for you to have work. So in that perspective, what do you do with your institution? Like, we've seen that there's that graduation ceremony which took place in your social media site. We've seen it. So what do you make sure that, how do you make sure that they get jobs, or helping them get jobs?
So as Mr. Kigira highlighted, our programs are based on the needs that the society wants in matters jobs. So what we are doing is giving them skills which are friendly to the job market in the informal sector. You see, because informal sector will never get saturated. It's a matter of you being innovative, it's a matter of being creative, it's a matter of you being skilled and you being talented. So there are diverse and myriad opportunities in the informal sector. Hence, once these people are graduating, they find it very easily and very accessible. The informal sector offers diverse opportunities for them. Like the first graduates we had, almost literally all of them had secured jobs. First, they undergo probation. That's what when we go to visit their premises, we ask them, can we bring like 3-4 youths who can join you as your team? They say, why not bring them? Then we say that it's purely on a probation basis. Then after that, then you decide if you want to take him or her. Then of course now I think most of them they've secured jobs. Yeah, because they found them to be up to the task, hardworking. Yeah, we give them opportunities and they are doing a wonderful job. So what we are doing is we are looking out there, what is the gap in matters jobs. We identify those gaps, then we craft our programs to target those gaps, to target addressing those gaps. Then they end up favoring us.
Okay. Yeah. So mainly so far, which kind of companies have approached you for your students?
There's a glass and aluminium company took 4 of our students, one lady and three males. So the lady is in the data entry. She's in the data entry department. The 3 boys, the 3 male are in the skill oriented jobs, to cut the glass, to fit these aluminium, sliding doors, sliding windows. And almost all of them, they've secured jobs there. The boss is really impressed with how they are performing.
Interesting. Hadija, you're an alumni of Frontier. Let's talk about the course that you've done. Was it your expectation for you to be there?
Yes, I expected to be there, and it's really a good thing. I did cosmetology. I did metalworking, and it's amazing. You have learned new things, really new things before. Because before I went to Frontier, I was different and now different. I've learned things, yes, I've changed.
So how does it feel working in the male dominant, especially the welding and working with the metals. There's that perspective of a lady can't do that. Me with my hijab going to do that? No way.
No,
So how?
I don't have that because I know what someone can do, I can do better.
Most definitely.
Yes, so I'm proud to do it. I just do it proudly. Yes.
That's one of the amazing. That's from Adija. Adija, would you please tell us further the journey that you've been through? We've seen this teenage pregnancy which comes in through. There are a lot of problems in there. What do you advise the ladies out there, the young teenagers who are now pregnant, and some are about to go to school? Like, should they give up or should they step up their game?
I think never give up. They should never give up. They should try at least something else, something you want, something you like, something you wanted. I think they better try. Yes, they can come to Frontier anyway.
Okay, you've heard it. You can also go to Frontier. Let's talk about the part which is about Frontier. Especially today, as we're talking about the unemployment gap, what do you think should be put into place to curb this, in your own perspective?
My perspective is very simple. You see, I highlighted before that the informal sector will never, at any given moment, get saturated because it's purely based on in matters to do with the skills you have, in matters to do with the talent you have, you being creative, you being innovative. You see, so these four and many other criterias will make you be fully absorbed to the informal sector. So what I want to urge is the authorities out there, the national government, the county government, local leadership, to try and improve the infrastructure in the informal sector. You know, make it as friendly as possible for youths, especially youths are the ones who are badly hit with unemployment. Make it easily accessible, make it live to the society that it is a promising sector, that people can go in there and get socio-economic gains at the same time, not just go there and do some guesswork.
But someone like, okay, I've graduated, I cannot go do the Kazimtani, especially we've seen the way you've been helping the guys out there in your community. Let's talk about the CS, Magoha. He announced just yesterday for the universities and tertiary level education to report to school. What measures have you put in place for your institution during this COVID-19 pandemic?
What we are doing there is, first of all, before these youths come in, we have to make it known to them that COVID-19 is there. And you have to be very careful about it. You have to observe the measures that have been put there with the health ministry. You know, they cannot come in the classrooms without wearing a mask. You know, we have sanitizers in place. You know, so we do social distancing because that center, without observing the social distancing aspect, you know, we can house like 50 students, I think, if I'm not wrong. But now, because we are adhering to the measures that the national government has put for us to observe, we only house at least 15 to 20 students, because when we put the social distancing aspect in place, then the 50 students cannot get in there. You know, so we have to put 25, maybe a maximum of 25. Yeah.
Let's talk about the criteria, Robert, that you use to enroll your students. Which criteria do you use?
First, we normally look at people who have completed Form 4, and they're between 20 to 28 their years. Those are the people that we consider for the program. Yeah.
So what are the qualities of being a coordinator, a program coordinator? Like, perhaps a viewer out there might be wondering, like, how can I be like Robert? Because a lot of people are watching at the moment. Like, what should I do to be in that kind of level?
Well, first is experience and exposure. I'm exposed to various programs pertaining to the youths. I'm an academician. So the preparation of the timetable, I put into consideration the various needs that are required by the youths. So we normally enroll youths who are between 18 to 20 to 28, 30. They should also have completed Form 4, and maybe those who are also university graduates and they have not yet secured a job, they still enroll them and train them and offer them opportunities that are available in the informal sector.
Okay. Ali, I'll move to you a bit and then come to our lady over here.
Thank you.
Ali,
Yeah.
let's talk about the employment sector in Kenya, especially the terms where you have to have a godfather for you to have a job, the kind of mentality. You offer mentorship. How was your journey? Let's talk about the successful stories you've heard. You've gone to the street, on the ground. Though some say between different ground. So let's talk about how your successful stories. How many people have you inspired so far to be where they are? Through you personally going there on the ground.
So far, the number is promising. It's between 25 to 50, I think, because we have had the first cohort. Literally all of them have secured jobs. We are now moving to our second cohort. They'll be graduating this Saturday. And
are you invited?
Yeah, of course,
invited.
of course. Yeah, we'll hand out our invitation later, and then you are all welcome, inshallah. So the success stories are promising, yeah, because the first cohort, what we did is by the way, we highly engage our social media, and most of these leads of employment. We got calls from these institutions. Yeah, we are doing tremendous work. How can we get these youths? We are seeing them doing marvelous. They say, yeah, we'll organize. Then we sit together and plan how we can hand them over to them. Then we don't get bad or negative feedback from them, because literally all of them do as per required by these institutions. So that is part of the success story that we get, and it's highly fulfilling, because when you do something and then you get good results out of it, how do you feel? You feel that your spirits are over the roof, if I may say. So and we don't look to do only Kisauni. We want to move elsewhere, because it's not only Kisauni that the youths are affected. We want to move to Nyali, we want to move to Changamwe. If God grants us resources, and if we get support from well-wishers and the government and the county governments, we'll even explore Kenya, even outside Kenya if possible, because that's our dream. We want to help people, we want to change lives.
Let's talk about the numbers of workers you have, the staff numbers that you have in your institution. How many are you, and do you have a board of directors or whatever, the protocols in your place?
Currently we have a chairman who is currently engaged, and this is the CEO, who is Ali, my colleague here, and now me, program coordinator. Because we are in our inception stages, we have a very small management team. We are also the ones who oversee the decision making of the entire organization and the future plans that we undertake. We undertake them all together. So we have a lean team of 3 at the moment. The chairman, the CEO, and now me, the program coordinator.
Let's talk about the children or the people with disabilities. Have you engaged them?
Yeah. We have 2 of them. One comes on board and then he goes out, because he has to also fend for himself. So some lessons he's privileged to attend. Some lessons he can't, because he's really occupied with whatever he's doing out there. He deals with ice cream vending, those people who vend ice cream. So sometimes he's free, then he comes on board. Sometimes he's doing his own things, and he's also lucky to get sponsorship from some well-wisher who has decided to fund his driving schools. He's doing forklifting, I think, something like that. So he's really occupied. But he always, if he gets time, he pops in. And then we tell him, because he has networks of disability, to encourage the rest. And we also did a video footage. You raised a very important question. We did a video footage, I think it's in our social media, that advocates for these people living with disability coming on board to our institution, because we don't discriminate anyone. We are a free society, and we want to work with everybody, because in Swahili, quote unquote, kidole kimoja hakivunji chawa. So we want to welcome as many people as possible from different backgrounds, from different race, from different religion. The people with disabilities is a special group that needs also to be taken care by our organization, because we want to be responsible to everyone.
Khadija, let's talk about women empowerment out there. A lot of women are not meeting the expectations. Apart from the cause which you're doing at the moment, what are you doing for the society out there?
You know, maybe entertaining. I'm an actress.
You're an actress, okay.
Yes.
So you're one of the Karina Kapoors.
Okay. So entertainment, I think that's what I do to them.
So how many places have you been through the acting part?
I'm an upcoming, so just here in Mombasa. Yeah.
What is your what is your projection in the near, like 10 years to come? Where will we see Khadija?
Oh, I see myself so far away from where I am right now, because I want to do it and I love what I'm doing. So I'm sure I'll be somewhere nicer than this.
Okay. Let's talk about the entire sector of unemployment. Like right now, a lot of pupils are home.
Yeah.
Not many of them have gone to school.
Yeah, true.
Let's talk about what has Frontier done so far to help those youngsters who are home, who have no place to go, because we know that as they're congestion together, they might do mischievous things. So, as an organization, what have you planned for them?
There are so many plans we are doing. First, we're also considering introducing tuition.
Okay.
Tuition for them, considering putting into consideration the various government regulations. Apart, not only them, we're also looking at women. You know, even women are approaching us. They're telling us, "You are leaving us out. What do you have for us?" We're also having plans for the women. And still, those who are, there are some that are also in campus, but not because they are at home. They're enrolling to our program. We have at least 4 to 5 students who are in college, and they have also enrolled. Now that we're also doing the next registration, also incoming more, we encourage them to also apply for consideration in our program. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at our social media sites. At Facebook, we see Zakia Rajab saying, "Nice topic, mashallah." Watching from Vanga, we have Shigatray who says, "Nice show, nice topic." Watching from Qatar, we also have Bragging Liner says, "An amazing show." Now, let's move to solutions now. Let's find solution as you to these people who are unemployed. Should we wait for the white collar jobs and go there, or what else should we do? Let's provide solution for all of you. You can also send your comments and your view, like how should we cope with this kind of unemployment? We should be able to cope it with the help of you, the viewer out there. So send your views, or you can call right through in at 0753 444 999, and you are part and parcel of this show, and we make it possible together. Let's provide the solution, Ali.
Okay, I will highlight few. First of all, I want to talk to the youth. You know, these youth, for far too long, you know, the youths have this mentality that they cannot be up there. They want to be secondary students, secondary citizens, you know, but they can as well be primary actors in the societies. You see, so them having that attitude that they cannot be there high in the hierarchy to make decisions for themselves, to formulate policies for themselves, That's why they are left behind every now and then, time and time again. So if they challenge themselves to come out there from their cocoons, from their comfort zones, and try to vie for seats, leadership seats maybe, or participate in these public public forums, raise their opinion, get their voices heard out there, then people will start seeing their potential. You see, if they have representative, as many as possible, high in the hierarchy, then these representatives, they'll be tasked to take care of the needs of the youth specifically. You understand? But as it stands right now, we have fewer people who are out there advocating for our rights, advocating for our needs. That's why we are left behind every now and then.
But Ali, there are some youth who are saying that they're doing that, but they are not seeing any kind of future, because at the end of the day, when they vie for like a seat, they do not get it. It goes for the known people. That's what they say.
Maybe their policies, they have not come out, maybe they have not come out all set with their policies, with their programs, with their vision. You know, as the president last time said, you know, when you vie for these seats, you have to be very convincing. You see, it's like you wanting to marry someone. You know, you have to be very convincing to that person. You see, telling them that you do this, this, and this, and this. If she's convinced, or if he's convinced, then you'll augur well. But maybe this, they just want to try. You know, I've seen, I talk to these people. Yani, I want to be an MC, I want to be an MP, but what content do you have? What can you offer to us? You know, they have zero. You understand? But if they prepare themselves well and come out very strongly and vibrantly to ask for these seats, then no one will turn them down. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Because we've seen the likes of Barack Obama, we've seen the likes of our governor, right? Because he came in the governor at age 34. So he prepared himself well. That's why he's where he is right now. So we need youths to be there to represent others out there. We don't expect older figures to represent us, because they have their own issues to take care of. That's number one. Number two, we want to ask the county government and the national government to start thinking about solving this unemployment issue, because they have the resources, they have the machinery. We have to talk to them, we have to sit with them together and see how we can address this issue, because they have the machinery and as I said, and the resources. So if they take this matter with seriousness, then we'll reduce it expeditiously.
Let's get a word from you, Khadija.
I think what we youth need is believing in ourselves, believing in what we want. Encourage yourself. I mean, never look down on yourself. Follow your dreams. I think that's what we need, and the support of everyone out there. We need support. Yes.
Following our dreams, we might follow our dreams, but the channels now of following our dreams, like where should we start really? Because when I was young, I wanted to be a journalist.
Yeah.
There are channels of being a journalist.
Yeah.
I had to go study. I had to go and do something more.
Yeah.
I had to come here in Al Shif Online TV. So what are the other parts that you would give them? You personally will tell them, because they're following their dreams, most certain. Because some would ask you, will even tell you, Ali, I want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I want to be. Those are dreams.
Yeah, those are
and
dreams.
they're even in class trying to practicing their own dreams.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the channels. Where should they go? Like if the organizations that we have in our, like for example, what other places, like advise them, tell them, especially the youngster, because I'm sure a lot of people that are watching you here and are female, like, oh my God, I want to be like Khadija, you know, something like that. You had to go to Frontier and then you had to be where you are at the moment. Tell them, encourage them, because I want the viewer out there to be able to understand where they should turn to.
I think we have different dreams. So go search, where should I start? Is it Frontier where I want to be? Is it a school where I should start? I mean, search on what's your dream? I want to be an actress. Frontier does support acting. So I was like, let me go try Frontier, then I'll see what next. Know what you want. Go search where can you start from. Then start where it's starting. Yes.
That's the power, Doug. Okay, let's get from Robert. Robert, tell us, where do you get your funds? Do you partner with the county, or do you work as an individual, or you have institutions working with you?
Currently, our funding we get from Friends of Frontier.
Okay.
But we are yet to receive others from the county and the national. And we welcome all those who want to partner with us in such areas. They are welcome. Yeah.
Let's get the challenges, Ali, because you seem so excited. Now, tell us briefly the challenges you face.
The challenges you have just highlighted it. The challenge is funding. Because we have a lot that we want to do to the community, but funding and resources is the limiting factor. But we do as much as we can with the little that we have. You see, because we know where we are headed to. Then we try as much as we can to do what we can do. So funding is the critical factor that is somewhat limiting us to achieve our goals even further. See, that is the main issue. The second issue is the networks. We are trying as much as possible to reach out to strategic partners, but we don't get replies. But I think it has been it has not been a promising year. Maybe investors don't want to invest. Maybe people don't want to put their resources in something yet, because we want to hold as much as we have right now, because the economic situation is not that favorable. So we've been having serious issues getting these partners, but hopefully things will turn out better for us, because we have that hope, and hope is what keeps us going.
Okay, let's get to your last remark briefly. Just a second, please, to our viewer there.
Okay. What I want to say, I want to talk to the youths that they should never give up. They should set their minds straight that what they want to do in life, and work on what you have settled at. Work with all your energy. Don't ever give up, because giving up is the recipe for you to be not successful in life. You have to set your mind straight that you want to achieve this, and once you achieve this, try another challenge, because you've got a long way to go, and you've got lots of stuff to attain or to achieve. So work on those goals you have put in place. Yeah, basically have a plan in life. Have a plan, have strategic goals, work on them, network with people who you think can support you. Have role models. Have people who are supportive to your missions. You see. So in the long run, you'll start getting fruits to the causes you are moving towards. Then that is success, basically. So that's what I can say.
Khadija, your last remark to the viewer there.
Youth need to stand up for themselves. A youth understand a fellow youth. So I think we should stand up for ourselves. We need to do something better. We have to stand up. This is something we need to do. We have to understand what we want, what we will want in the future. And that's when you can stand up for yourself. Thank you.
Let's get from Robert.
Youths should believe in themselves. We are leaders of today. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is far. What we have is right now. Another thing I need to inform the youth is that they should not be afraid to try, because if you don't try, you don't know what is going to happen. But if you try, you don't know what is going to happen. But if you don't try, nothing will happen. So you have to keep on trying and open your focus. Never give up. Yeah, that's my reason.
We come to the end of the show. I'd like to thank you, the viewer, for watching, and I'd also like to dedicate my gratitude to the team of Al Shifa Online TV, especially Javan, who's been working through to make sure that you get this broadcast live. And also remember that to create a mindset which is progressive, you need to have pursuit in you. And you can also watch this show later on a YouTube channel at Al Shifa Online TV. And don't forget that you empower yourself. Basically, it's all that we do counts a lot. I've been your host, Nalia Hamza. Let's meet next Monday with a special other kind of topic. Bye-bye.